You know you want to follow me on Snapchat.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is smokedalive, and today we're going to be doing this tutorial right here. Which side are you? I can't choose. So basically, I saw this picture of Katvond Truth as she was testing out her lime green pigments, and I was super inspired by it. It is this right here. And I decided to go with pinks, kind of keep that smoky look she had with the same tone lip, but do my own spin on it because pink is my jam. So if you're interested on how to get both of these looks, then just keep watching. And we're going to be priming my lids with the Urban Decay primer. And I'm just going to be packing that on with my finger. Okay, so now with the Sedona Lace, I think it's 217 brush, I'm just going to be packing on the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder over that Urban Decay primer, so it is nice and set for our shadow. So I'm going to begin with the Morphe palette that I always use, and I'm going to go in with this matte pink shade for our transition color, and we're just going to put that in the crease with the MAC 286 Duo Fiber Brush. So now taking this hot pink matte shade, we're just going to be putting this in the crease and all over the lid. I'm just using like a packer brush. It's very similar to a MAC 217. Now I'm just taking that MAC 286 brush with that transition shade and just blending this all together. Okay, so now I'm just taking this salmon shimmer shade from the palette, and I'm just putting this right over the top. It looks really orange, but if you put a pink shadow under it, it turns into this like fluorescent orangey salmon shade, and I'm obsessed with it. I honestly think this is my favorite shadow that I have. It is so pretty. Okay, so this eye is going to take a little bit longer. It's a little bit more pressing with blending and detailing, but we're going to start with the Urban Decay Vice palette, and we're going to go in with the shade Undone. And I am using a Morphe MB23 brush, and we're just putting this all over the crease. Okay, so now that we have our transition on, we're going to go in with this Kirkland fluffy brush, just from Costco. We're going to go in with the shade Downfall, and we're just going to go a little bit lower in the crease. This is a little bit warmer, so it's just going to kind of blend those cool and warm tones together, which Katvond Truth does have in that picture. Like all around here, it's like full of warms and cools. So I'm going to go in with the MAC 217. I messed mine up with a towel, so don't wash your brushes with a towel. It messes them up. Ugh. So I'm going to go in with the shade DTF, down to, oh my gosh. So now with the Morphe 433 brush, we're going to use the shade Defy. We're just going to further deepen this up even more, because pretty soon we're going to go with that black, so I want to have some type of base for the black so it blends nicer. So this is a trick that I learned from Desi Perkins, but apparently she learned it from Crispy, so thank you, Crispy. We're going to go back in with this MAC 217, and we're going to blend out the black in the crease first and get the amount of black that we want, and then put it onto the lid because it blends so much easier. She explained it probably better than I did, but we're just going to start deepening up the black in the crease, and then once we're done with that, then we will put the creams in and everything, so it's a lot easier to blend down versus having like all this cream solid black and then trying to buff it out. It's much more clean. So I'm just going in, and I'm just gonna start blending this out. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Sonia Kashuk gel liner. I used this last time I did a black smoky eye and I really liked it, so we're just gonna go in with that with a let's just do a flat brush, really any flat brush you have. Dip your brush in there, and this is just going to create a base for the black. So, one I have learned is to not just start the black like all the way up here. You want to start it really low and get it into your lash line first. And you don't want to bring it too far out, and you don't want to bring it too far in. You just want to kind of keep it right here. See, I don't want to go any higher than that. Okay, so see, now we have this solid thick black. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it with the flat brush. Okay, do you guys see how much more black that is with that gel liner? If you want a black smoky eye and you're trying to figure out why it always just looks kind of... That's why. Use a gel liner. So I'm going to go in with this really small brush, and I'm actually going to start buffing this out with the gray and not the black, just so it's not super harsh and intense all of a sudden. We'll just start working our way with this little brush. And then you don't mess up. It gives you so much more wiggle room going in with this small little guy. Especially on this outer corner here, there's always like a little bit of gel liner that just doesn't want to budge. Getting a really small brush like this helps a ton. Do you see how much better that already looks? Just one little swipe with this guy. We're just going to go in with the shade DTF and Defy. And we're mixing those together just to further blend out this black and make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with Benefit Professional Primer. Just going to prime the skin. Okay guys, so I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is way too dark for me. It's a shade 128. I seriously need new foundations. So this is the Optical Blurring Brush by Urban Decay. It's actually blended out really nicely. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Claire. Almost out of this. Ooh, and I don't think I'll pick it up again. I like it, but I want to try the one with like the sponge at the top, like the twist up one. Age Rewind. Yes, I want to try that one really bad. Okay, so now I'm just going to set that with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm actually going to use the yellow and the pinkish shade. Kind of like, I like mixing the two because I feel like it's right in between, because I'm like in between. I have like some yellow tones, but I also have those pink undertones, so I feel like mixing it gives it the perfect finish. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the Sedona Lace Duo Fiber brush and the bronzer in... Oh my gosh, the Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to start bronzing the skin. I really love Hoola bronzer and the Maybelline Matte Fit Me foundation together. I don't know why. There's just something about the combo. It works super good. Okay, so next I'm going to take the Sedona Lace angled brush, 850, and I'm just going to take the outer shade here and the the two outer shades, and I'm actually not going to do like a harsh contour. I'm just going to kind of warm up the skin. So that's kind of a trick I've been doing, is warming up with bronzer and then kind of giving myself a light contour and then going drop my palette, and then going in with this super sharp NARS brush and giving myself the chiseled, so it just looks nice. It all blends easier. Excuse my cat, he's going crazy. So I just start this back here, gives you that already, woo, and then I'll drag that down a little bit at kind of a curve, and then you buff that up. I hated this brush for the longest time until I figured out how to use it. When I do talk through tutorials, they go so much longer. So I'm going to go in with this Kat Von D blush. What better than to use Kat Von D when we're doing a look inspired by her. And the shade Truth. Just going in with the Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just kind of setting that right here. And then I've talked to you guys about these before. This is the Sivanna Colors blush. Love these. I'm just going to tap a little bit and just kind of circle it up. I'm going to angle this one a little bit higher because it is shimmery, so it's just a nice little blush overlay. See how it kind of gives that shimmer? So pretty. Okay, and now we are going to highlight, and we are going to use the Wet n Wild shade in the Sweetest Bling. I know this is limited edition, so don't kill me, but with this pink eye, I thought it looked really cool with this pink, but it also looked really cool with the neutral. And I have not been able to use this in a tutorial yet. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So So we're just going to highlight the cheekbones, the nose, cupid's bow, chin, the forehead, typical. Oh, and I am using the Morphe 501 brush for this. Ooh. These are freaking amazing. These are some of my favorite highlighters and they're so cheap. I mean, look. I can't. So we're going to go back in with this blender brush, and it has that hot pink shade on it. And we're just going to bring this on the lower lash line. And I didn't add any more color either. And with that duo fiber brush and our transition shade, just going to buff that out. And I'm going to kind of use this to connect the two right here. For our inner corner, we're going to use that same shadow that we used just to kind of blend these a little bit. I just want to mix this white shade in with it to make sure that it's popping enough. Okay, so I do not have pink eyeliner, so I'm actually just going to take this pink eyeshadow, and this is just an e.l.f. dollar brush, and I'm just going to tap this on the waterline, just like you would like a gel liner. Okay, so I'm just going to use the Real Techniques, I don't even know what's called, the accent brush. I'm going to go in with that Sonia Kashuk liner, and I'm just going to water my waterline with it. Water my waterline. Line my waterline. Once you are done with that, I'm just packing some black shadow on this brush and setting it. Gosh, I'm never going to do talk through again. So to start blending that out, I'm going in with that small Morphe M506 brush. And I'm starting with the shade Defy, that dark charcoal shade, just because I don't want it to be too dark. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Downfall and Undone with this fluffy shade brush and just kind of blend those together, make sure it's nice and seamlessly blended. I'm taking that black shade and I'm just stamping over this line here. Okay, so I want to tie these two together. So this bright cool color that's on my lid, I'm actually going to use this for my inner corner. Okay, so now it is time for brows. I've been doing brows totally different recently. I'm just going to take this Urban Decay brow definer, and I literally just kind of run this through super lightly. Honestly, I don't define anything, which is funny because it's called the definer. So because I haven't got my eyebrows done, I'm not even going to try to cover them with concealer. So I've been really into this bushy brow look lately. So once I'm done with that, I just brush these straight up. And I'm just using the NYX gel liner, or not gel liner, NYX brow gel. And I literally brush straight up. So, Katvond Truth had this really pretty lip on. I honestly can't remember which one it was, but it was something from her line, but I do not have it. And the closest thing that I could find to it in my own collection was ColourPop Beeper. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on the lips. Okay, since we're going for a matte look, which I never do, well, it's kind of not matte because my highlight, but the rest of my face is matte. We're going to go in with the Matte Finish Spray from NYX. Now that I've done false lashes with looks, I feel so weird not having false lashes, and it makes me like not want to do a tutorial anymore, so that's that. Honestly, I don't even know if this is like a look she tried to do. I think she was just testing stuff out, but she had her pigment on this side of her lip. So I'm going to go in with that shimmer shade that's on both, and I'm just going to place this on the right side of my lip. Hopefully you guys can see it on camera. I know this look is different, but I wanted to do something fun and different and something I was inspired by for my channel. So would you wear this together, or would you be the pink side or the black side? Comment down below, and I will see you guys next week. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe or thumbs up this video if you haven't already.